welcome to Bell Brothers Brewing, engineers talking about beers. And today we're drinking Omegang Brewery's Three Philosophers. Oh, and in this case, it is a quadrupel mixed with a crick. Oh, crick!
All the cricks. The cricks in the neck, the cricks in the beer, all the cricks. And a Belgian quad is a type of strong Belgian beer, usually darker. In this case, it is a darker one. It's a lot like an... Don't give me an eye with that. Like my eye where it is. It's a lot like an American strong ale. So usually you're talking... Not the only one who fail pours. But usually you're talking dark fruit flavors, high alcohol. This one's 9.7. Usually they're in about a 10% range. Yeah, and let's see how they go. Floaty. Very, very floaty. So, pieces of something.
It's got something in it. Yeah, it does. Wow. Maybe cherry, because it's a little white versus like green, where like usually hop matter is green. What's going on? Yeah. This one's white. I'd say maybe cherry matter. See what happens.
It smells cherry.
Yeah, does it smell? What do you pick up inside the aroma itself, right? If you pick up those pieces.
Cherry, a little bit of grains, like just the general graininess, not like a specific type of grain.
It's actually not really strong in the aromatics itself. It doesn't punch one way or another. It's not really strong malts. So it would be really difficult to pick up the individual pieces. In this one,
nice, smooth, creamy mouthfeel.
Yep.
Yeah. You definitely taste the alcohol on that, but not in a bad way. You know, there's a little alcohol flavor, but it's not really hot or like solventy.
Oh,
when you
I'm
drink
talking
it.
usually the burn in the throat or in the mouth when you taste it.
I'm just talking more like the fact that you can sometimes you just taste the alcohol. It doesn't burn, but you can taste it in the drink, and it's here, but it's not in a bad way. It's more like that, like a nice whiskey where you can taste the alcohol in the whiskey, but it's not detracting from the experience. It's making it better.
Right. As far as flavors go, lots of like dark fruit, caramels, very sweet. So the malt flavors of the quad really take over. What they listed on the bottle was 98% quad, 2% crick. It's dead on. Yeah, there's a lot of quadrupel flavor.
There is definitely some cherry in there. You can taste it, but not a lot. And I think that's I think they're very aware of the cough syrup problem. And so when they're messing with cherry stuff, if it's going to be sweet, they go light on the cherries, or if it's going to be able to be tart, then they'll put in more cherry flavor, but then they do like a tart pie cherry flavor. So I think Omegang knows where they're going with this, and making sure they don't do a real cough syrup flavored beer.
Well, and it doesn't. I don't think it tastes like that. I think it does have really strong caramel notes on that. The mouthfeel. Honestly, I think it's almost a little over-carbonated for me. It's very foamy, very frothy. I think it detracts from what would be a rich creaminess, and at least in my case, the creaminess of the beer. What it could be.
If it was a little less, you'd almost have more of a velvety mouthfeel, whereas this is more of a...
It kind of foams up everything. You can see it when I poured it, right? The bottle just started going. So maybe a little high on the carbonation side of it. Still the floaters cruising around in there.
One thing we can check.
Bottle conditioned?
If it's bottle conditioned, and also how old it might be.
True. Yeah, so we picked them up. If the bottle, especially a bottle conditioned beer, if it stays in.
A flashlight.
Oh, well.
Okay. I'm going to assume it's bottle conditioned.
It certainly seems like, especially
as
with
a
floaters,
it's got to be I'm going to guess
unfiltered across the board.
Let's see here.
You can't see. Shine it from the back.
Nope. Let's see.
Yeah, there's floaters in there.
There's some floaties. It's bottle conditioned. So that's probably where those floaters came from. I was going to look at the age because the reason it may feel over-carbonated... 2016. So it could be that it's a little over-aged.
Okay.
And that's why it feels too carbonated, is that the yeast has been added a little too long.
So, like white wine, or in some cases most white wine, beer does have a shelf life, and it's not supposed to last forever. At a certain point, like in your IPAs, right? How long is the shelf life for an IPA, for pinnacle hoppiness?
Like a month, maybe 2 months. At best, 2 months. After that, you're really going to start to lose the hop flavors. The bitterness will still be there, but you'll definitely lose a lot of your flavor.
Right, and so I think in this case we started losing some of those. If there was any hops, those are gone, and because it's old and aged, we may have gotten overcarbonated, and some of the flavors aren't quite there. So, Omega, you should send us a free
Fresh
sample. We need fresh beer, and we will denote that. By the way, that goes for any local breweries in the Colorado Springs area or Colorado. Feel free to send us beers, and we will pass it on to our 200 to 300 followers that are watching our videos.
And we promise to give you a fair and balanced review. DM.
And any home brewers who want to, send it to us as well. Direct message us at the Facebook page, and we'll be happy to review your beer as well in comparison. So, Cody, score. What do you think of the score?
Even with everything we said, I'd still give it 6.
I was
Not quite as good as...
Yeah, I think it's old in that sense. I was going to give it a 6 as well.
Yeah, even with all that, it's still not bad.
Not bad. No, better than average. Maybe a fresher version would be better.
Yeah.
But 6 as a whole. So in this case, this is what we got. Anything else?
Nope.
I think we're good. Thank you for visiting us here at Bell Brothers Brewing. Cheers.
Cheers.